LoungeMediaPro.com.
It's been a long time. A little Rakim right there. DJ Premier on the beat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. 2-93.5 KDAY, Julio G. We got DJ Premier. I couldn't let him go nowhere. That was just too quick, man. A lot of people wanted to be calling since I said it earlier, man.
But he about to warm the ones and twos up.
Yeah, he going to do it in a minute, man. DJ Redmatic said we'll hold up, too, man.
That's right.
A lot of people were calling up, man, asking, and I said I announced you were coming on. They had like 5,000 questions. Like, ask him this, and can he do a beat for me? And so a lot of people tuned in, checking out DJ Premier, man, from Gangstar, in the house with us tonight, man. Primo, you said Big Sugar's coming next. People have been wondering, I've heard from here and there that you were working on the DJ Premier record. Is that going on or on hold? What's going on with it?
I had a deal over at Atlantic. Big shout to Fat Joe for signing me to the Terror Squad. And we did it back in 2001. And at the time, we were working on the Gangstar album. So I told my man Craig Kalman, big shout to him for also doing a deal with me. I told him that I was got to do Gangstar first, priority, always a priority, do Gangstar first. And then during that process, we ended up going on a tour with Common and Talib Kweli and Kanye before Kanye was even being paid attention to. He was going out with us and Kanye. I mean, and Talib Kweli and Flowetry. So we were like, yo, we could warm up, get our stage thing back together by going on that tour, keep recording the album. But it ran way into the later months of the end of the year. Then also 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened. My father got really sick. Had to handle that. He's good now. Big up to my pops. And then during that stage, we finished our album, but was going through mad hell with Virgin Records. So at the time, we went through all the BS with them. It was a new staff that just got there, didn't know what they was doing. The original Virgin staff was incredible. Jasmine and Michelle Smith and all of them, and Eric Brooks and all of them. And basically during that time, by the time we finished the Gangstar album, I ended up going on an extensive tour with Guru and the whole crew for about a good total of about 5 to 6 months. By that time, the record labels don't care about none of that. They like, hey, where's our work? We gave you the bread, we got to rock. And these things happen, unfortunately, where I'll get caught up in so much work where, again, Gangstar's number one when we doing our thing with recording and touring. Once that started to finally slow down, to focus on my first album ever takes a lot of concentration, because when I turn it in, it's gonna be the illest of all projects, because it's my kind of like my first child, so to speak. So at that time, all of a sudden, time passed. The industry changed so much. The style of what I was doing was quote unquote not acceptable, not even to the high ups that was listening to what I was turning in. To I was like, oh boy, Fat Joe's been cool through the whole process. That's my dog. Once Leo and all them came over and the new regime, came in, they pretty much wanted to clean house. My project was one of them that got cleaned out. No big deal. It ain't gonna stop the flow. And then went and hollered at Jay, told him I wanted to put it out. He said he was down. Never hollered back. All good. I'll just do it and just do it. And then whenever it's time, I'll present it. And if anybody don't mess with it, put it on my own label. Which probably, it's probably going to be better to put on my own label anyway. Because I could do it my way. And the artists that I want, who are a big deal, have all said yes. They're like, yo, we got you.
No problem, doubt.
So everybody that I've hollered at is totally in my corner. And it's all about the artist relationship anyway, because most major labels really don't care anything about the artist anyway. It's all a numbers thing these days. And back in the days, it was passion and, of course, the money. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want the money? But what do you think has been... I mean, Primo, you've been in the game a long time, man. I mean, I remember playing Gangstar records at the original KDAY. Right. Y'all caught the very end of the original KDAY with Words Are Manifest and things like that. You've been in the game for a long time, and you've seen New York hip-hop for a long time, and also helped build New York hip-hop in that way. You know what I mean? The sound of it and everything. The hip-hop end of it. You know what I mean?
What do you think was the downfall of this that's going on right now? Which people are like, I mean, not on a big level, people ain't saying hip-hop is like that, but I noticed myself, yourself, and other people that I know, everybody kind of has the same thing. Like, oh, man, this thing is kind of, people are tripping. They don't know what they're listening to.
Hip-hop is corny right now. It really is. And the reason why it's corny...
What do you think happened? Where did it go wrong from the 90s into now?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. One of the things that happened is the executives that did give a damn about hip-hop are no longer there. There's some that are still there, but they're just in such powerful positions, they also don't care about it like they used to because their passion went away. And when your passion goes away, the quality of it's going to weaken, but what you end up gaining is more puppets that you can turn into whatever you want to turn them into. And when anything that starts out raw always gets watered down by powerful people. And the thing is, use your power wisely and correct, because just like when downloading and all that came out, they blamed the music industry falling because of downloading. Nah, we're looking for outlets to get our music out, because y'all ain't even signing nothing that's real. Y'all are signing maybe one real group out of 5,000 groups a year. So when that happens, it makes it harder for real groups to get into the door, which also kills off the art form even more. And the more and more it gets killed off, what you're left with is garbage, to where you get programmed to get used to hearing garbage, to where you either accept it or you don't. I'm one of the don'ts that exists, and I'll never accept garbage, especially when it comes to hip hop, because soul music got treated the same way. Where back in the days you had Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin rocking and doing their thing. Now you hardly even hear them no more, because the industry feels like, they're not important anymore. They had their time. The 70s was theirs. But good quality music should always shine, no matter how old, how young you are, and you can't put an age limit on good music.
No doubt about it.
The executives now that are in these record labels want to be famous like the artists, and that wasn't a thing that was so strong back in the days. So the executives now are just worried about their paycheck. They're not really concerned about anything else. You know what I'm saying? So they'll push whack product as long as head check is coming in next month. And because of that, it gets softer and softer and softer. But all of a sudden, bullies like myself, and for the good, of course. There's good bullies and bad bullies. I'm a good bully, and only because the music has to go back to being pure and raw and out there. So how do you force a change? Put more joints out there to make elbow room, and make those other cats go slide to the left, the front, and to the side, and just give me a little spot in the middle, and then y'all can't keep up with us after that.
No doubt.
And we're coming.
Majorly. DJ Premier's in the house, everybody. 935 KDAY. Can I hit him with another one of your classics?
Clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes. Because I'm KRS and I'm on the mic, and Premier's on
935 KDAY. DJ Premier's in the house. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We got more, man.
MCs act like they don't know.
Oh, yeah. KRS-One. MCs act like they don't know. Another Premier beat, man. Julio G, 935 KDAY, DJ Premier. I had to hold him down over here, man. Hostage. I know you got a lot of work to do, brother. You got things to do. I want you to come back.
Studio, man. I'm going back to work.
I want you to come back and check me out again, man. And I know you're going to have some heat.
Too, man. She was walking out of the studio. I was like, oh, man. Then I'm banging what they call it, the my back. My back is supposed to be the real way to say it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Street cats ain't made back, so
Hey, Primo, let me ask you, man, before you go, man. You don't have to tell me the price, but I always ask producers when they come on, and just to give that person credit, who's paid the most dollars for a DJ Premier beat? Who's gave you the highest check? I don't care the price, but just who's the artist?
Yeah, the highest check would be Fred Durst.
Really?
Limp Bizkit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
he had to pay, because his rhyming ability is nowhere near what I do, and I didn't want to disrespect the hip hop community by making it not come off, but I was happy with the record. I was happy with it. You know,
let me tell you something, Primo. I broke that record.
Yeah, it was a good record.
Interscope
for
record,
what it was worth.
Interscope had to come tell me and beg me to stop playing it because they had just dropped their album that day. And they dropped it. I played it right that day. I edited that song. They were like, "Yo, man, could you slow down? That's gonna be the third single, and you ain't on it too early." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, man, cool, man." So I kept on playing it. But I have to tell you, not to diss Fred Durst at all, man, and say nothing bad, but I got to tell you, I still don't know what he's talking about in that song to this day. I just heard it right now, and I said, "Man, what was this guy talking about?"
Neither do I.
But it still sounded right, though.
Oh yeah,
and that's what makes you an incredible producer, brother, because it sounded right.
And the fact that Meth was on it, and then he had already described how he was going to do the vid. I was like, all right, cool, and you know that actually went a long way. I even do it at my shows, and the crowd gets into it. You know, so you know, I was definitely proud of the final outcome of the product. You know,
that's an ill one, no doubt about
it. But again, I must say, look out for the label Year Round Records, dedicated to hardcore hip hop. I have 2 artists on the label right now, the NYGs. They're from the Bronx and Harlem, and I also have Black Poet from Queensbridge, formerly of Screwball and PhD from back in the days. This dude is an ill MC. A lot of cats ain't gonna be able to mess with these dudes, so be on the lookout for that. And September 13th, Big Shug from the Gangstar Foundation, Whose Heart Is the album and the DVD in one package. Definitely well worth your money, people. You know what I'm saying? You want to buy something good? Get the Big Shug album. And Julio G, Redmatic, thank you so much for having me up here.
Oh, anytime, brother.
Thing. You know, we have I wish I was here at 9 on the
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Well, I know you got to get back to work,
I'll be back in a couple of weeks anyway.
Come check me out, Primo. You know what's up, brother. DJ Premier. Yeah, I'm glad you're at KDAY, brother. No doubt about it. Let's get into DJ Redmatic.
Big shout to Biggest Gore, Dex, the whole squad, Alchemist, Evidence. Let's go.
No doubt, man. Check it out. DJ Premier is out of here, and we're going to get into DJ Redmatic, world famous beat junkie.
LoungeMediaPro.com